Well, it's middle of winter and it's minus a million degrees out here, about minus 10. And the other day I experienced something that most people are going to experience with a high mileage car in the wintertime, which means my heater fan died on me and it was minus, I think, 22 that day. A little cold. So I fixed it. You know, with the tools I had in my trunk. There's a simple quick fix you can do. This is not permanent. This is not, well, I mean, this might last another year, year and a half, who knows, but I'm just going to replace it with another fan. But until I get that fan, I kind of would like heat in my car. So I will show you what I did. It's the CLK 320. And the fan is on the w202, 203, 210, r170, blah, blah, blah. Your heater fan's right up here under the passenger footwell. And if you carry a screwdriver set and multi-bit set in your trunk, which you should at all times, you should be able to fix a lot of stuff in your car as things go wrong. So what I'm going to do first is just remove these. Oh, actually, there's 4 bolts we're going to have to take out in order to do this. 4 screws, excuse me. It's like, again, it's cold out here. So first is this heater duct for the floor. It's a Phillips head. Turn about a quarter turn, pull out. And then there's 3 Phillips screws along under here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to pull those and then pull the bottom tray out, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so I've got the 3 screws. Sorry, I'm trying to back up so you can see, but there's not a lot of room under a car. Ooh, nice and cold. So once you get the 3 screws out, take the pan, push it slightly toward your feet, down, and then pull back. You'll see there's a tab right here that locks into a slot in the back under right there when you go to put it back on. See the tab? And this lip is why you have to push it back and then down and out. So yeah, it's pretty damn simple. I'll try and set this camera up so I don't wobble all over the place. Trying. Sorry, it's cramped under here. I don't know if you can see me or not. Okay, there's two little white tabs, 1 and 2. Slide those toward the center. Hope I'm getting this on camera, because I can't see in there to see if you can see this, and I apologize. Okay, slid, and then the lid. Oh, sorry, one more thing first. Back there is an electrical connector. Let's unplug that. It just simply, it's freezing cold, so it's not going to want to budge much. Holy Christ. Come on. Okay, at minus 10. Oh shit, my battery's dying. I'll be back in 5 minutes. This really sucks. I didn't have this little latch all the way over. In the cold, everything seems like it's not working right. Anyway, so you see your fan motor here, and this is the little shaft in the center. So I'm going to turn my car on rest, and the fan should start up. Now, if the fan doesn't start up, actually, it's not warm enough for any residual heat, so I have to turn the ignition on. Which obviously won't do anything if the plug isn't plugged in. Duh. Okay. Now you can hear that. I can't believe I forgot the fan motor running. Now, if yours doesn't run, I'll turn that all the way down to off. If yours doesn't run, push up on the little center shaft for the motor. And if it starts running, then you know that your your brushes are just getting weak in the motor, and you can fix that temporarily. Again, not a permanent fix, it's a temporary fix. You can fix this until you get another, because the brushes are worn out, but you can get a little bit more life out of them, maybe a couple of months if you're lucky. So we're gonna have to take this motor out, and it's pretty simple. It's a couple of torque screws. Obviously we're gonna unhook the power before we do that, and I'll get my Torx driver and be back in a second. You know what, it's not really necessary to take the fan out. I did the other day when I was doing this because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work. But actually, now that I think of it, you can probably just do what I did without removing the fan. It's gonna be a little more fiddly, but right here at the end of the screwdriver is the cage that holds in the spring and the brush for the motor. There's one on this side and there's one on the back side. And all you really have to do is push in on the center of that cage the tiniest little bit with your screwdriver, and that'll push the tabs that are on the back of the cage. They hold the spring, and it'll push them in and just put a bit more tension on the spring and push the brush further into the motor. You'll just push on them a little bit until the motor starts. Push on both sides, and that's going to give you a couple more, I don't know, days, hours, months, maybe years out of those brushes. Depends on how long they're going to last. But it will save your butt on a freezing cold winter day. Again, the test to make sure that the brush is, I mean, it could be your voltage regulator. If it's your voltage regulator, this isn't going to help you. But if you push up on this little center shaft, the motor, if you push up on it, that's going to make contact with the brushes because there's a little groove worn out there. And if that does make the motor run just by pushing up on that, well, then that's what the problem is. It's the brushes. You're going to have to replace the brushes, get them rebuilt or something. I don't know if there's a rebuild kit for them or not. I'm not sure. But replacement of the motor is pretty much necessary. But this will get you through, fix you in a bind. Again, right here at the end of the screwdriver, there's a little brass cage. I'm going to try and zoom in on this. It's dark in here. Do I have any light? I can get a little bit of light on that for you, I think. Okay, so you see a little brass cage, right? Damn, I'm trying to hold flashlight and camera and everything all at once. Okay. Where are we on film here? Little square box to the far left. That square box, yeah. To the far left of the camera right there. That's the one you're gonna bend the little tabs at the end in. They're very, very soft, so you can bend them in pretty easy just by pushing on with the screwdriver. And again, they are holding the spring, which puts tension on the brush. So just push those in a little bit, and that should give you enough tension to get that motor running and unfreeze your freezing ass if your fan packs up on you. And thanks for watching. Sorry about shaky video, but it's underneath the passenger footwell in the middle of winter, and it's I think it's minus 12 today actually. Thanks for watching.